This match was released first for our members on YouTube and Patreon. Becoming a member is the only way to watch all Purpose Wrestling shows presented in full. Thank you to all these YouTube and Patreon members who help us bring Purpose Wrestling to you. To support Purpose Wrestling, become a member at purposewrestling.com/members. Link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, for the love of wrestling.
Nino, Bryant, you get out here right now!
Nino was attacked and he's not gonna come out here. This is all really funny. And the joke is you.
I didn't attack you after your match from behind. You threw the first punch, you spiked hair numbskull.
Oku back in the ring, low blow.
You want to attack me after my match? I just attacked you after yours. We're even, okay? Done.
You had to come and push things further, and now you say we're even?
You're abusing your power to try and get in the ring once again with the hottest independent wrestler in the world.
We have deliberated and decided against scheduling a rematch between Michael Oku and David Francisco. However, if any further incidents occur, we will be forced to allow the settling of any such disputes in the ring, mediated by a referee.
A really impressive record here in Purpose. Only one defeat at the hands of Nino Bryant.
That would be too easy, wouldn't it? You want some water?
Thank you.
It's okay. Of course, you're not going to do anything about it because you're a coward. Is this yours? I found this in the boot of my car. This is your jacket. Here, take it.
Yes.
Take it. Oh! Is this a picture of Destination Everywhere? It's scribbled out. You want to explain to Purpose why you have a tube of something here that's just labeled ice cream? Factually, he beat you. We can all say that Nino Bryant is better than you.
You really want to say anything possible to just get one more match against me, don't you?
And I'm going to make that happen, but under one condition. I choose my next opponent, and all they have to do is beat me. It's going to be me versus Chris Hatch.
We're not going to do it. This is just playing mind games. This isn't that important to me.
It'd be a massacre. It'd be painful. It'd be dangerous. We'd just ring an ambulance right now.
But not for me.
Chris? What do you mean not for me? I'm going to beat it up, Chris!
Teeks, I cannot believe we are here. I cannot believe our ring announcer, Chris Hatch, accepted the challenge of the British heavyweight champion.
He's been in the industry, what did I say, 20 years. He's never wrestled a match in his life.
I don't think he's ever thrown a punch.
This is going to be his debut match against the Revolution Pro British heavyweight champion. Newly christened 5 days ago. This man beat New Japan Pro Wrestling, United Empire's Great Khan, in the main event at York Hall, Bethnal Green. And tonight, he takes on Chris Hatch.
These intros that Michael Oku gets our ring announcers to read, I think they're getting longer every show.
Again, yeah, he writes them himself and passes them on. You know, this isn't just Jess riffing. This isn't just Chris Hatch riffing when they do these intros. This is something Michael has personally written for the announcer to say.
He actually adds it to his contract,
and then tries to slip it in with "some would say," as if it's more of a, you know,
an opinion.
People say it.
I don't think Michael Oku has successfully said that we play without someone telling him he sucks in this library for 2 years.
God wants to try.
Now this is insane. We're joking around, Teeks, but I'm actually a little worried for my good friend Chris Hatch.
He's eating his vitamins. He has said his prayers, and you can see it in the Purpose Dome. Hatchamania is about to run wild on the British Heavyweight Champion.
I actually saw Hatch training a little bit. Hatch is tough as nails, but Michael is the British Heavyweight Champion. He is we joke saying, some might say, some would say he is the best British wrestler in the country. Can you believe we're about to, and Jess is about to introduce Chris Hatch to his professional wrestling debut?
As not a manager, as not a ring announcer, as not a referee, as an in-ring competitor.
But Chris Hatch is ready for this. Chris Hatch does not look scared. In fact, some might say Hatchamania is running wild, Teeks.
Let me tell you something, mean Bobby Jean. Chris Hatch is storming his way to the ring, flanked by the Hatchamaniacs, David Francisco and Sarah Hatch.
Very sweet song about this, actually. When Hatch met Sarah, this was their theme for their little E-Fed. And here he is, the man of the moment, Chris Hatch.
Oh yeah!
And I think he's stolen one of Michael's old ring jackets.
Oh, they're hitting the ooh!
Chris Hatch is not a professional wrestler, but what I do think Chris Hatch does know how to do is have a pretty mean scrap. I think he's going to be feisty, I think he might even fight a little dirty, and I think Michael's going to cop a few right hands.
Oh, a little kiss for Sarah, but no kiss for David Francisco, never mind. Maybe after, maybe a winner's kiss.
Maybe, not for one of trying. Chris looks pumped up. Hatch is ready for a fight. He thinks Michael Oku was not only making fun of Purpose, but making fun of him. And he's not here for it. Chris Hatch is ready for a fight.
He's got his knee pads all the way up and he's ready to go.
Michael, he's obviously looking despondent at the idea of fighting Chris Hatch. But I don't think he should be. I think he should actually be worried. Chris is a big guy, he's got good ground. And I think generally, one right hand, Michael could be missing a tooth.
I mean, you can see literally on just the expression on Michael Oku's face that regardless of how confident Chris Hatch is feeling, regardless of how the crowd might feel right now, Michael's not letting any of that affect him in the slightest. He's not changing anything. He's not shocked by Hatchamania. He's not being overwhelmed by the situation. He's just gonna do what Michael Oku does, and that is probably hit a super kick, probably hit a split leg, low down frog splash, and probably lock in a deep half crown.
Okay, I'm not writing Chris Hatch out. Chris Hatch is my buddy, and I know he's got a bit more than you think. This boy is tough as nails.
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, that's Chris Hatch. He a thug.
Chris Hatch has been separating wrestlers for 20 years. He's got to have something, right? I think we've got a clear fan favourite, Teeks. We're getting a holy shit for a little hip wiggle from Chris Hatch. This crowd is electric. Michael Oku is beyond unimpressed. I think Oku's telling Hatch to get out of the ring, saying he does not belong in there.
You know Hatch is going to back down, not just for himself, but there is a match against David Francisco on the line for David Francisco.
What a right hand from Chris Hatch! Fez press, and he is laying in those right hands on the face of Michael Oku. Oku looks shocked.
Old Chris Hatch.
Hip toss, and Oku, quite rightly, is in shock. You do not spend 20 years in a professional wrestling ring, whether it's a referee, whether it's an announcer, and you do not pick up a few tricks.
They've definitely down, you can tell they've definitely been down the Wrestling School of London. David Francisco and Chris Hatch putting them through his paces.
London School of Wrestling, incredible logo design by an incredible designer. I don't know who it was. I thought it was nice stuff.
But you can order that design as a sticker, as a t-shirt at sunshinemachinerules.bookhotel.com if you're equipped. One stop class.
Oku off the rope, shoulder barge into Chris Hatch. Chris Hatch got that base, He is a big lad. That shoulder barge is not going to work. Oku tries one more time. Hatch is hatching up.
Hatch channeling the spirit of Joshua James.
Oku lines one up, heads to steam. He just threw himself on the floor.
He's tripped. Oh, God.
No, Francisco did not touch him. He threw himself on the floor.
That's embarrassing for Mike, but he stooped to it.
Oku, just to get rid of the main ally. David Francisco has been sent out by the ref. This is kind of disastrous for Hatch. Forearm to the back of the head.
That's it.
Hatch is down. This one is over. A brave effort by Hatch, but he's in the ring with Michael Oku.
Yeah, fair play to Hatch, man. He gave it his best, but I mean, this is game over now. That's it. I don't want to write the man off. I love Chris Hatch. I've shared a bite or two in the back of his car on the drive back from many a show.
Stomp to the spine.
Sometimes you just gotta be honest with yourself.
Oku just wants to make Chris Hatch suffer for accepting this match. I think Oku thought that Hatch was not going to accept this match. It was a done deal. He wasn't going to have to deal with David Francisco anymore, telling him that Nino Bryant is better than him. He is, for a fact. It is a fact. He beat him. This audience now getting on Oku, but I don't think that's going to help Hatch. Question mark kick to the spine. 3 straight blows to the back. That's got to be it.
And you know what targets the lower back specifically in kind of the worst way that Michael Oku has in his arsenal?
The half crab.
The half crab.
Just pulling Hatch's head up, not allowing this one to be over.
He's taking the piss. He's like a lion. He's just playing with his food now. He's
that smug look on his face. He gets the ring to himself with a non-wrestler and starts to play like he's the greatest wrestler in the world. What is this mug doing? All credit to Chris for accepting this match, but this is not the place for him to be. This is unnecessary now.
Michael's just taking liberties now.
Calling for Sarah, who is a wrestling photographer, Brit Res Pictures, and asking her to take a picture as he puts her husband into the half crab.
She did actually bring the whole kit.
Hey, you don't go anywhere without your gear, Tiggs. Sarah Hatch obliging Michael Oku's demented demands and getting her camera out. Alright, Michael, have your moment. Here you go. The flash blinding Michael Oku.
That's karma.
Hatch with the roll up. 2 count. Michael is blinded and nearly got rolled up. He cannot see where he is. Sarah now giving Chris some words of encouragement.
I think there's like a distinct difference between like being poked in the eye and
getting the flashbulb himself in it. Michael Oku went for that flying dropkick. Hatch moved out of the way.
In the same sort of way that happens when you for whatever reason, if you stare at the sun too long, if you stare at the sun at all, and you just get that like dot in your eye where you just can't see. That's what Mike's dealing with right now, as opposed to when you get your thumb in your eye and it more just like stings, but you can still see pretty clearly.
Yeah, you're affecting your iris, your retinas. That's going to take Michael's vision out of the play for at least a few minutes. Oh, he's hatching up.
He's channeling the spirit.
Right hand.
Clubbing blows. Devastating.
One more for Mike. Mick Foley, yes, those forearms coming down. Big boot to the chest. Hatch off the ropes. Leg drop.
With devastating effect.
1, 2, no. Oku kicks out at 1. I think the British heavyweight champion knows what that meant to him. He had to kick out at one. Even after all those hands right to the face. Quite sharp and on the point.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Oku kicked out at one out of strength or out of bitterness. I think he kicked out at one because he just couldn't see himself staying down for any longer than two for a leg drop.
Hatch looking for the stunner. Kick to that. No. Oku reverses. Looks for a clothesline. Misses. Spear! Speared Michael Oku in half. Chris Hatch. Spear. This could be it. Oku kicks out with a half second to spare, Teeks.
David Francisco was half a second away from having a rematch with Michael Oku.
Thanks to a Chris Hatch spear. Now Chris Hatch on the other end of asking a referee if that was three for the first time in his career. I don't know if you noticed, Teeks, that spear was actually slightly high on the gut, right in the diaphragm. That is going to wind Oku, half blinded and winded. Hatch has got a chance.
That is the last thing Michael needs. If he wants to hit the frog splash with any kind of real effect tonight, if he's going to get winded.
Hatch to the middle rope.
That could cost him.
Where are you going to double act? Oh, Oku grabbing Chris Hatch round the throat. Hatch breaks it. Right hand. Canadian Destroyer! Chris Hatch has just hit the Canadian Destroyer on Michael Oku. And he's done. Oh my God, with a millisecond to spare, Chris Hatch nearly brings the British heavyweight champion.
Real.
And I'm with the audience here, I am stunned. What a move by Chris Hatch. That second rope Canadian Destroyer.
What else has Hatch got? What else has Hatch got in the arsenal?
I mean, surely, as someone who's not trained, as a fresh wrestler, that is digging deeper than Arsenal do not have.
He's not thinking. Insult to injury.
Now we hatch, Michael. Chris Hatch trying to get.
He's hatched a plan. He's looking for that half crab.
He just needs to sit back. Can he get the knee in place? Michael gets to the ropes.
This is where the inexperience comes in. He needs to get that right arm and trap it against his left.
Hatch looks desperate now. He doesn't know what to do. Like I said, Hatch does not have a deep bag of tricks. This is Hatch's first wrestling match. He's watched enough wrestling to try and pull out a stunner. He pulls out a Canadian Destroyer. He hits a leg drop. Michael Oku is still in this. Oku striking the ref in the back of the head. Hangs Hatch up on the top rope, a guillotine over the top, pulling Hatch out of the ring.
Come on, Mike. Like,
just wailing on Chris Hatch now.
This is near enough abuse now, Mike. You know, like if you keep it in the ring, fair is fair. But when we come outside, you know Chris doesn't really have a leg to stand on. He's barely a wrestler as it is. He's not a wrestler, is he?
Sarah Hatch pleading with Oku to take this back in the ring.
He's just taking liberties now.
Dragging Hatch towards the entranceway, dumping him on the stage.
We were thinking Old Street Destroyer on the stage.
Calling for a DDT. That would be devastating. Hatch's David Francisco with the low blow. Super kick. Michael Oku got exactly what was coming to him. The referee is out. Hatch is up, making his way.
Careful with that t-shirt. That's exclusive Hatchamania merchandise.
Limited edition, a run of only 50, I'm told.
Wait, Bobby, hold on.
Stab to the face.
Hold on. We've been thinking pinfall. We've been thinking submission. Does a count out? Does a count out tick the box?
Any victory for Chris Hatch. David Francisco gets his rematch, and Chris Hatch gets a W.
You're telling me Michael Oku might have jeopardized his own conditions here by taking out the referee and left himself vulnerable to David Francisco.
The referee is up, and he's at the count of 5. Oku is holding his crotch. Falls off the stage.
Come on, Oku, you gotta get up.
Oku, so close. It's over.
What?
Chris Hatch has defeated Michael Oku by countout.
Whether it was by pinfall, whether it was by submission, whether it was by countout, doesn't matter. The result remained the same. Chris Hatch defeats Michael Oku.
In one of the craziest moments in Purpose Wrestling history, Chris Hatch has beaten the British Heavyweight Champion in a match that was a write-off. It was meant to be a joke. Michael Oku challenged Chris Hatch. Well, I say knowing, thinking it was a foregone conclusion.
For all intents and purposes, yeah, it should have been Michael Oku's ticket, not out of purpose, but at least out of the business of David Francisco. But Chris Hatch, he's proven he can do it.
And David Francisco getting Jesse our ring announcer just to rub it in. 2 or 3 more. Oh my God! Michael Oku has just super kicked Sarah Hatch. We get to separate Michael from any reasonable human being, please. What the hell is he doing?
What's he playing now? What's he playing?
Francisco, suicide dive, wipes out Oku. We are just wailing on Oku. Oku has more than had this coming. These two, the intensity has been ramped up. Sarah Hatch, an innocent victim. Sarah Hatch did not ask for this. Chris Hatch accepted this match. Chris Hatch, not his wife, not the photographer. This is a brawl on the outside of the ring in the library, TK.
Fair enough when you purposely go a member of staff into a wrestling match, but there was no need for that, Michael. I can't believe you did that.
David Francisco finds another way around the ring. Will not let Michael Oku escape. This is, what is it, 8 professional wrestlers to try and separate these two. Francisco has not had enough after Oku one more time. The crowd separating them.
Even more people trying to separate them now.
David asking our ring announcer Jesse for a microphone.
Fine, you got a wall of people separating me from you. Look at me. Look at me. I got my match now. Hatch beat you, and I got my match now. We're not gonna wrestle. We're gonna fucking fight, you son of a bitch.
Strong words from David Francisco.
I'm sick of everything you've been doing here. I do not care what you've done. That shiny title you'll have, once you have it, you can shove it up your ass. I'm gonna need you here in this ring. And Michael, for every single person you've been fucking around, especially for those that didn't ask for it, I'm gonna make you pay.
David Francisco has made a statement. Thanks to Chris Hatch, an amazing, valiant victory over Michael Oku. David Francisco has his rematch with Michael Oku, but it is not going to be a wrestling match. David says it's going to be a fight. And TK, I believe him.
No doubt. I mean, he's taken the easy way out every single time, and we've seen it in the past, and we've especially seen it tonight. And I think when David finally gets his hands on Michael Oku, there will be hell to pay.
It's been 5 days since the biggest match in my life. And I end up in a library against a man, portly man, wearing the colours of Hulkamania. Did he not consider that he's going into the ring against someone like me, a Dwayne Johnson fan? How dare he? I walk in here, everybody makes fun of this occasion, makes fun of professional wrestling. And because of David Francisco, Chris Hatch can say that he has this is taking it too far. This is taking it too far. There are so many people watching what I'm doing every step of my journey in my career right now. So many eyes on me. I can't afford to be having moments like that. That is the most disrespectful thing I've ever experienced in my wrestling career. Purpose has been nothing but an embarrassment, a stain on my career. And that, I won't stand for that. David Francisco, if you want one more go at me, wonderful, you've got me. I'm gonna guarantee you this. It's gonna be the worst mistake of your life.
Every single person that stepped in the ring with you knew what they were getting into, and they wanted to. They said yes. Even Chris Hatch, and I tried to talk him out of it, he wanted to. He knew what he was getting into. He knew what you could do to him, and he still went in there. And I guess it's fair game, I understand that. Sarah? After everything that I've seen her do for you, after everything she's done for us, Sarah? She didn't ask for this, Michael. What the fuck did Sarah do to you? I got my match now. And when I get you in that ring, I'm gonna make you pay. If you know anything about me, it's that I'm petty and I'm patient. I don't know if you're aware you're crossing the line or if you're oblivious to it, but you've crossed the line, Michael. Look me in the eyes. This has gone too far, Michael. When I get you in that ring, I'm ending you. Look me in the eyes, Michael, and tell me that I'm not serious. These are the eyes of the devil you never knew existed. This has gone too far. I've let this gone too far. I had too much fun with this, and this ends. When I get you in that ring, I end this. When I get you in that ring, I end you.
Thank you for watching Purpose Wrestling. Don't miss any of the great pro wrestling action live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching and see you next time.